Before I begin this video, I want to give you guys a little fun fact. I had to make the difficult decision to re-record myself talking because there was a thunderstorm going on during that event, and because of that, my previous recording had a bunch of background noises. Plus, when I was making that recording, the way I was talking felt really forced, so I decided to start over. Oh, the joys of video making. But anyways, without further ado, enjoy this video. Hello there, and welcome to this video. Today, you will hear stories about my pain and suffering. Alright, let's get more serious. As you can tell by the title of this video, this is another storytime video. This will be about some embarrassing moments I've had before, and for this video, there will be 4 stories. Although, keep in mind, most of the stories you're about to hear were from my childhood. You guys are either going to feel bad for me, or you'll get a good laugh out of them, or a mixture of the two. So let's get this show on the roll. Feel free to get some popcorn and soda for this if you want to. During the time of this story, I was very young and I lived in Amsterdam. I went to a windmill museum with a friend named Zoe and her little brother. It was different from other museums I went to, but it was a fun experience. After a while, we were in the gift shop. I was standing by a small shelf next to me where it had some tiny blue and white windmills made of porcelain. And I did something pretty stupid. And obviously you should not do that in a gift shop, especially when you're near some fragile products. I put my hand on the shelf, leaned over towards them, not paying attention, and then... There were at least 6 or 7 porcelain windmill fatalities. I didn't even look at anyone because I was so embarrassed, but I knew they saw this event. I was expecting my mom or my dad to yell at me or get mad at me after this, but they didn't. However, my mom just grabbed me and dragged me away from the mess because she didn't want me to accidentally cut myself for the pieces on the floor. To this day, strangely enough, no one brought up that little event to me, which is weird. And in case you're wondering, not all porcelain windmills fell on the floor. There were some survivors. Embarrassing childhood story number 2. I was at school, and I think at the time I was working on a math assignment. Then suddenly, I had to go to the toilet. So I went outside and walked into the restroom building. Then right after I got done and was about to get off the toilet, all of a sudden, I heard this sound. The fire alarm started going off. There was no real fire, by the way, it was just a drill. However, I did something you should not do during a fire drill, and that is panicking. I busted out of the door and ran to the sink while my pants were down. Then I started washing my hands in a frenzied panic. Heck, I was freaking out so much I didn't even dry my hands, so I pretty much had drippy hands. I ran, or waddled, outside the restrooms with pants down and water dripping hands. Then it soon hit me what I was doing and I stopped. So here I am, standing outside with my pants down, hands still wet from washing my hands. I'm about to get dosed with even more embarrassment because students and teachers are about to walk out of the classrooms and see me like this. I did not want to let that happen, so I quickly pulled my pants up. And I did it just in the nick of time because 3 seconds after I pulled my pants up, the students and teachers walked out of the classrooms. I do not want to think about the alternate scenario. This is the third and last embarrassing childhood story before I move on to the last one that's more recent. So one time in school, there was an event going on where kids can go on stage and they can either show off their talents or bring in their instruments and play them. I decided to join the show and play the violin. And yes, I used to practice playing the violin when I was a kid. When it was my turn, I went up on stage with my violin and bow, started to perform, only to realize that there was no sound coming out of my violin, despite me using my bow. And this is all happening right in front of the audience, including my parents. But wait, it gets worse. Mom had her video camera out to record me playing my violin, and my performance blooper was being recorded. I tried to get my violin to play over and over and over again, and I got frustrated. Soon, the principal, who thankfully realized what was going on, walked on stage and let the audience know that I was experiencing technical difficulties and that I'll try again after the next performance. Turns out the bow I was using had no rosin on it, which explains why there was no sound coming out. It was not my violin, it was my bow. And for those of you who don't play the violin and don't know what rosin is, it's a substance you rub on your bow in order to help the bow play the violin. Without rosin on your bow, no sound will come out. So while waiting to get back on stage to try again, I quickly put rosin on my bow. Then when it was my turn, I got back on stage and played the violin without any more problems. At least that story had a happy ending. This one is the most recent embarrassing story, but before I tell you this one, I'll tell you one important detail, that my bedroom is next to my bathroom, and you'll see why this detail is important in a little bit. So one night, I saw that my friend Jahir and another friend named Kenny were in a voice call together in a friend group rewatching a classic Godzilla film. And what movie, you may ask? Godzilla vs. Destroya. It's a well-made movie, but golly, you need all the tissues in the world for this one. Anyways, I decided to join them and rewatch the movie for just a little bit before I go to bed because it was late where I'm at. We were in the middle of a scene when all of a sudden, I need to use the bathroom. I went to the bathroom, did my thing, washed my hands, got back to my desk, and it was all like, okay guys, I'm back. And the next thing I knew, I heard this coming from Jahir.
JoAnn? Did I just hear a toilet flush?
I forgot to mute my microphone before I had to BRB. And because the bathroom was close to my bedroom, my microphone was able to pick up the sounds of me flushing my toilet, despite the fact my door was closed. This is one of those stories where we can all laugh at later on, but next time I get up to use the toilet, I'm muting my gosh dang microphone. But hey, that embarrassing moment could have been so much worse. Okay, that's enough ridiculousness there. So, yep. Those are some of my embarrassing / awkward stories. There are more, but I'm not sure if there's ever going to be a part 2 on it or not, but only time will tell. Hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Okay, Ghidorah is invading my town. I don't know if my microphone can pick up the thunder, but yeah, there's thunder. How in the world am I going to get this recording done? We were in the middle of a scene when suddenly I needed to use the bathroom, so I was like, BRB, ow!
JoAnn? Did I just hear a toilet flush? JoAnn? Did I just hear a toilet? JoAnn? Did I just hear a toilet It's always the word toilet and flush! Okay. Okay. I got this. There we go. Lines. Whew, finally got them over and done with. Meow.
Toilet.
Toilet for toilet.